The last round of
Horror Show.
Puppet Master, 1989. Been a while since I watched this. I bought the set a while back. I didn't even watch this in my DVD. I watched it on whatever with Elvira's bullshit thrown in it. This Puppet Master is also known as Death Dolls, The Puppeteer, Killer Dolls, The Devil's Toymaker, and Revenge of the Dolls. Summary for this film: psychics find themselves plotted against by a former colleague who committed suicide after discovering animated murderous puppets. Director David Schmoller, who did Tourist Trap and 2018's Puppet Master Blitzkrieg Massacre. Written by Charles Band, Kenneth J. Hall, David Schmoller, and J.S. Cardone.
Tagline: Killers come in all sizes. Distributed by Full Moon and Paramount, and out on Blu-ray through Full Moon.
The theme to this movie is one of my favorite horror themes.
Music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. IMDb states that much of the soundtrack is actually just synthesizer arrangements of music from Tourist Trap. Which I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. Cast highlights for this movie: William Hickey as Andre Toulon. You'll recognize him as Grandpa Lewis from Christmas Vacation. He also voiced the evil scientist on Nightmare Before Christmas. He was in the Tales from the Dark Side movie. Barbara Crampton's in this. She plays a woman at the carnival. You know what she's in: Shopping Mall, Reanimator,
everything,
From Beyond, all that stuff. People would notice these puppets.
A great woman.
This is my main statement on Puppet Master. People would notice them. They aren't small enough to run around in public areas without people going, "What the fuck was that?" They're bigger than a squirrel. And I noticed squirrels out of the sideway.
Squirrel.
Yeah,
I'm all familiar with squirrel.
You just had a squirrel experience.
Jesus.
Do you want to talk about that?
I got a little bit of video. Maybe I can send you a little bit of video.
Tell the people what happened to you with the squirrel.
So my fireplace is shut off, sealed up because we rent. Anyway, so there's like 3 inches of insulation in there.
Right.
And so we've heard this thing for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And usually it might be like a mouse or something gets in there and it finds its way out. This thing sounded much bigger than that. So I was like, well, what the heck? Because after 2, like I don't want it to die and it's gonna start stinking.
Right.
So I busted open the insulation and we had it like funneled off to this door. We had like a pathway. Sure enough, this thing comes out, and that's not even the. I found a bird skeleton in there.
Oh my god!
This was a big bird. Like it wasn't like an everyday robin or something. Like this thing had
like a pigeon or something.
Like, I don't know. Could be
maybe a dove,
a seagull. I don't know.
A seagull.
I told him
that's way bigger.
Like I was looking at pictures of birds in Ohio, and none of them.
Did you pull? Was it like a turkey?
It was. Its body was about like this.
What?
And it had a long, rounded beak, and I can't find. I said this is either a baby
vulture.
What did I say? A baby, not a swan.
Goose?
Crane. I said either this is a baby crane or a duck. And it isn't even about the size of a duck. What would a duck be doing in my... Anyway, so the squirrel went out. The bird carcass is around here.
It would have had to have been way before you would have smelled a duck right
Yeah, I never
away.
smelled anything. I don't know how long it was there. It was just, it was all gone. Anyway, where are we at?
I don't know. I was into that.
I think I got some video.
Yeah, I was saying people would notice these puppets. one of these Nazis. These guys are Nazis at the beginning. That's why I never knew that there was a Nazi thing. Cause
I remember you asking if there was the German.
Yeah, we watched the
tie-in.
recent one, and I was like, I don't remember anything about fucking Nazis.
Reich. What? That was a good movie.
But now that I look at the titles of some of the other ones, there's some Nazi type. You know, I've seen some. Yeah, there's Nazi shit. I just wasn't aware. Yeah, did you watch the Elvira version, or did you go?
I did.
The whole way through.
I did.
Did you like how they inserted her into?
So here, yeah. What was it? 13 Nights of Elvira.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, she still looks good, don't she?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Her teeth looks a little bit old, but the rest of her.
Yeah, they might be fake. I'll be honest. Who knows?
I don't know.
They might be veneers. A nice veneer.
But yeah, she keeps popping up.
Yeah. Random times.
Some of the stuff she said was actually kind of funny, but other times I was like, "Get off my screen!" Like, and she would pop up over top their dialogue.
Yeah.
So you'd miss a couple words of what they were saying. It was all right. Some of the stuff was funny. But...
During the slower parts, it was all right. Let me see. I'll always like this movie a lot. It's not as good as the later Puppet Master movies because it's not about the puppets as much.
Movies? Oh yeah, no. This is
the other ones are way more fun, if I recall. And you don't even see my favorite Puppet Master puppet is Six Shooter, and you don't even see him until fucking 3 or something.
I think I like Torch.
Yeah, he's good too. Yeah.
Well, that's part 2.
I'm not
2 and 3
yeah.
is better. I would think I remember liking 2 and 3 better than this one.
I think my go-to was always 4 for some reason, but I don't remember why. Like I said, I've got the set and I haven't watched them yet. I'm sitting on all this shit, mainly because I got kids running around. I don't know which one's appropriate and which one's not. It seems like they always throw porno in the middle of Puppet Master movies. This one, like, completely do not remember. I do not remember psychics. I do not remember. There's barely any puppet shit. There's like 12 minutes of puppets.
Yeah.
A lot of it's these psychics in their fucking dreams.
And learning whoever this, what's his name?
Toulon?
No.
Oh, the other guy.
Guyver? Or
this is my problem with it. The puppets seemed friendly at the beginning, right?
Yeah, with or Toulon, he said they were harmless.
So this asshole's made them bad.
Right. Now they're just...
Okay. Because they almost seemed, at the beginning of the movie, they almost seemed like those fucking...
he said with me they're harmless, but I fear what they'll do with someone else.
The thing that bothers me is I don't know shit about Toulon. But you know what I do know a lot about? These goddamn psychics.
That was a good headshot scene, too.
Yeah, that was good.
He takes a bullet to the brain. That was good.
The whole time I kept asking, who the fuck gives a shit about these psychics? I came for murderous puppets. I know all these psychic specialties, but I couldn't tell you shit about Toulon, his puppets, or even the psychic that's dead in the casket, or dead, or alleged, whatever.
It's about the
psychic.
It's not about it's about the psychics. But I don't give a crap about any of the psychics.
Puppets. Puppet Master. I guess it technically is about the Puppet Master. It's not about the puppets. If it was about the puppets, they could just call it puppets.
But they kill the Puppet Master in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to see him.
Well, the new Puppet Master gets killed at the end, that psychic.
I like that guy, whatever his name is.
I did not write it down.
He's in some other stuff. I like him.
The first puppet kill you see is Pinhead smash a woman with a fire poker around the 40-minute mark. That's where you get your first real taste of some puppet action.
It's a little slow.
Because you learn about these psychics. You got to get all that information about the psychics.
I don't like any of them.
No.
Kill them all. The puppet should have had a buffet. It should have been a gore fest.
What'd you think about how they did the puppets whenever they
liked it.
It looked good.
Yeah.
I thought it looked surprisingly good comparing that to Basket Case.
I like the way the puppets look themselves.
Yeah.
I like the stop motion.
They
That's
did a
part
good
about
job.
movies about the puppets.
Funny thing about Pinhead is that when it shows the human hands, they used a midget. Is that the right term? I don't know. A small person, a little person. That sounds more demeaning to me to say little person.
Small.
Whatever. For those scenes. I dig all the puppets except for Leech Girl. Just stupid.
Really? No.
Just stupid.
I liked her.
It's a non-lethal puppet. How many leeches would it take to kill
That's
a man?
not the point. She's a little.
Leech me up, bitch. Leech me. It will do it. It takes forever.
She's a little naughty puppet. I mean, she came in and was being all nice at first.
Yeah, it would take forever though for
What would
her.
you do if that crawled up on your bed?
Oh no!
Kissing on your nipple a little bit. I mean, are you gonna stop her?
Yeah, probably because I've seen Puppet Master. I know what's up for me.
Then she spits out those leeches.
It's like she's barfing up like a penguin barfing.
Then Elvira pops up on my screen with one hanging out of her.
Oh
mouth.
yeah.
I don't know how many times I hit. Get off my screen.
Thank you, but go away.
Watch this movie, Elvira.
Elvira, you crazy girl. All the nonsense with the psychics and their various nightmares, I had totally forgotten about since the last time I watched this movie.
There's a reason.
It makes you seem like you're watching two separate horror movies at the same time. One is about killer puppets, and
the other one you're trying to figure out.
The other one's a supernatural psychic ghost story. It seems like. I love movies that take place in big hotels or apartment buildings. I think that they made that the one we watched, the newer one. It seemed like the same place, so I don't know if they used the same hotel or not. I think a lot of the Puppet Master movies happen in this hotel, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Maybe they take place in space.
Maybe it's supposed to.
I don't know. But this movie has a similar feel to like Demons 2. It's a big apartment complex in that movie. Critters 3 is a big apartment. It's just big spaces. Lots of places to go. So many hilarious punching and kicking sounds at the end. These guys are really fucking... They're biffing each other. Like... it's a punch fest, man. The end is a bunch of punching. These guys are really punching it out. Good stuff. I read on IMDb that they had to make the blood green. Do you remember that at the end?
Yep.
Because they
his fingers cut off, right?
Yeah, they were looking at maybe getting an X rating. I don't see how that's possible. Nothing was that bad in this movie at all. Except there was some like Showtime type nudity in it, though.
That one psychic, man, that's
all she wanted to do. I think that they
she's picked up on everything else.
I think that they paid her to like rub her legs a lot. I'm like, hey, while you're laying in the bed, why don't you rub your legs a little bit? Just get like you really like your legs a lot. And then when she's in the tub,
had a leg fetish.
When she's in the tub, yeah, go ahead and just rub your legs. Like you really, like that's all it was. Every time.
You know what you did last scene.
You were rubbing your legs. Do that more. I would wager that they wouldn't be so nonchalant about surviving such a crazy night. At the end, they're just like, "All right, well, see you later. Well, we really just had a night of things. We'll go," and they just leave.
They say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, had quite a night. We'll see you later.
They hugged.
You just fought puppets that came alive and like supernatural shit.
You marry that person, right?
Yeah, I think you have to.
You go through with something like that.
Yeah, they split up. They're not, and then the weirdest thing happens. The dog. Wow, there's a dog that's like stuffed dog through the whole movie, and then it comes to life, and I don't know why. But
it's her power. She got a power.
Is that the?
Maybe she gets the power. The two line.
I don't know. Maybe she's the new Puppet Master. I don't know.
I don't remember 2 and 3, but I do remember liking it better than this.
I think this is my least favorite of the franchise. I think they get better the more they focus on the puppets, and I think it's shit. I'll bet you Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys is a fucking 10 for me. It's got Corey Feldman in it.
I might have to watch all of these.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave this a 6 out of 10. I still like it a lot. I mean, they just had to figure the formula out. That's the way I look at it. They needed to figure it out.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. Watched it with Elvira. This has nothing to do with Halloween, but this movie it makes me feel like it's Halloween.
It's a good Halloween.
It was always on TV. I watched this like every Halloween season when they started playing horror
Halloween
movies.
colors, man. The carpet in that play, everything's Halloween colors.
Yeah. I probably recorded this movie 5 times growing up.
Yeah, I think Sci-Fi Channel used to play it. Like
All the
all of them.
TNT,
I remember back to back.
I
Yeah.
think they all played them. USA.
Up all night.
Yeah. I like the way the puppets look. I like the stop motion. And the puppet POV shot too. I like that. The opening scene, him just running around the outside.
Yeah. That's the part where I say that somebody would have saw him, because there's a dude that
I know. I'm
looks
pretty
at
sure,
it.
Yeah, now he gets out of the car.
Yeah,
he's looking.
He's like, yeah, that's a fucking little puppet guy.
Yeah, they must not want to shoot that scene.
I'm a Nazi though, so what can I say?
Jeez, right
Yeah.
here. Could use more on-screen deaths.
Oh yeah.
More blood, more practical effects. Like this could have been.
Yeah.
Tom Savini should have worked on this movie.
They had the dude with the drill on his head, and they didn't show you that scene.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, definitely don't know. There ain't even that much nudity.
No.
I don't know how it was.
Well,
supposed to be
I don't know. That
X,
one girl gets freak nasty at the one point.
An X rating. Oh yeah, she does write him.
She'd been rubbing her legs for hours.
The story's boring. The psychics. That's the focus of this movie, and the part you don't care about it. Should have been puppet driven. I think it starts 2 and the sequels after this. How many sequels are there?
My collection
count at
has 9, but they go past that. There's movies I don't have.
I do. There's a Blu-ray of 1 through 3. Like there's some big crazy collection. They're all on Blu-ray,
Yeah.
but it's like
It like comes in like the puppet
$150,
box,
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah. I ain't gonna pay that.
No. You can
But-
get it on Amazon. The collection I have is probably all the good ones. I don't
1 through
know,
9.
except for
See,
the
I
new
don't
one.
I don't know Fast 3.
Yeah, and
I
there's
can't
some
recall.
sketchy ones. Like my collection has Retro Puppet Master, which I remember being terrible.
This is good. I would like to get a good looking transfer of this one. I'm with you. I gave this one a 6.
Yeah, it's a classic to me. I mean, I've been watching this movie since I can remember watching horror movies. So
When did this come out?
89, right? Yeah, and that was probably I was 6.
I
Or 7.
guess I always thought this was an older movie than 89.
Shit, man. I was just saying the other day, it seems like the 90s were like 10 years ago. But they weren't. They were so long ago. Puppet Master 2 from 1990. Summary for this film: the puppets return and hunt paranormal researchers in an attempt to take their brain fluid for their master, Andre Toulon. Directed by David Allen, who worked on a lot of movies in the visual effects. Did you see his credits?
Yep.
He had the Howling, Willow.
I was gonna list them, and then I just said ton. Just
Yeah.
if you care, go check him out.
I mean, there's a lot on there.
David Allen.
Written by Charles Band and David Pabian, who also wrote Subspecies. Yeah, what do you have?
His unholy creations hold the strings to your life. Distributed by Full Moon and Paramount. This was out on Blu-ray through Full Moon in 2012.
Right off the bat, they hit you with some really terrible editing transitions. Did you see that wipe? It was like a really slow Star Wars wipe across,
Well,
like really fucking
I
USA Network
I
wipe.
didn't notice that necessarily.
It was crazy. The most notable actor in this movie is George Buckflower, who was in They Live. He played a major part in that. You've seen him in numerous John Carpenter movies. He's a great character actor. He doesn't do much in this, but he's the only person I recognized. Once again, I'm noticing that they are focusing on shit I don't care about instead of puppet business. We have serious puppet business to take care of, and they are fucking around again. They don't have psychics this time, like in the first movie. They have paranormal researchers that I equally don't give a fuck about. And
it's still. I think there's still a bit more puppets.
there is more puppets, more
So they're coming around.
more quality puppet
And
action.
if I'm right, before we started doing these, I think 3 is my favorite.
Right.
And so
We'll see what happens.
We'll
We're
get
gonna
back
keep
on
going
track.
through them. But
probably January.
when Tunneler, that's the guy with the drill on his head.
Yep.
He kills his first victim. I love the reaction of the dude who kills him. He looks down at it and he's like, "It was this." Like the acting is fucking porno level in this movie. I guess they killed off Leech Woman in this because Paramount hated the puppet. She comes back in 3 evidently.
Sexist.
I hate her too, I'll be honest. I don't like Leech
I don't
Woman.
either.
She's the worst puppet. She's not deadly. She sucks. But Paramount didn't like her. But she comes back in 3, and she comes back in numerous other ones because she is...
I have, Tom.
what did he say? You have to, we're on a podcast.
Off topic. You guys watch Bone Tomahawk? Yes.
I have not seen that yet.
I liked it.
Um,
You like it?
anyways.
Ha. Tom's talking.
But like I said, they kill off Leech Woman. And that...
I like her.
But she comes back in 3 and then numerous other times because it was co-producer David DeCoteau, his favorite puppet. So I feel differently.
Not my favorite, but shoot, there's a place for her.
Yeah, like we said, there's much better puppet action in this, and I really like the bandaged and resurrected Toulon. I don't understand why he's evil all of a sudden because it seemed like he was pretty good or decent in the first movie.
So I don't think this one follows along with the first. At all.
Yeah, no. But it would be terribly boring if he was a good guy. You gotta love the early 90s
I think he is a good guy in the rest of them.
You think so?
I think so. I think so.
We'll see.
At least in 3.
But
After 3, I don't know.
you gotta love this. They got this computer.
Awesome movie.
they've got I love that you're just gonna read comments on
Tom
it.
says awesome. Well, if they're watching,
Right, yeah.
I don't know what's going
It's
on.
true. The podcast is gonna sound weird.
Tom Whitaker says Bone Tomahawk is an awesome movie.
That's true. I don't know if it is, but that's what he says.
It's good. It's good.
I'm just going along with it. Fuck, where am I at?
I don't know. Come on.
Yeah, they got Tumblr hooked up to this fucking 90s computer, and it's fucking... I love that shit. I love 90s shitty looking analytical computer.
You've mentioned that before.
Yeah, I liked it in Body Melt. I think they had some excellent shit. This is the first time I've noticed that Torch's teeth are bullets, but is this the first... Was he in the last one? No, he wasn't, right?
Who?
Torch? Your favorite one, you
No,
said?
I think he was in...
This is his first one. But his teeth are little bullets. That was weird. The life-size... They have these life-size puppets at the end. I think that the movie would have been a lot better if they would have just focused on them. They looked fucking crazy.
They are creepy, though.
They're insane. They clearly spent a lot of time fabricating that shit, so they should have used it more. Maybe I missed something, but why did the puppets turn on Toulon
I don't know.
at the end?
Look, not real sure why the puppets turned on Toulon. I wrote it down.
They've been on his side the whole time.
And I'm not real sure how his wife got reincarnated.
I don't know that either.
Like, I know they were collecting brains.
Yeah.
The puppets are collecting brains.
I didn't really know his mission. To get his
Well, no.
wife back, right?
Yeah, they revealed it towards
Yeah, okay.
later.
Now his wife does come back, and she's one of these like these huge dolls, right?
Yeah.
I would be really fucking disappointed if part 3 isn't about her traveling around this creepy doll woman with her puppet show. I'll be severely disappointed.
I don't think so.
It sets up a really good
A big wooden puppet can't have a puppet show.
Come on, man. It's not for entertainment. It's for murder. 7 out of 10 is what I gave this movie. I don't know what I gave the first one. I don't remember. But this one I enjoyed a lot more. I had a lot more fun with this movie.
So, as a Puppet Master movie, you know what you're going to get. You started talking about the opening scene, and I thought you were going to say, I love the opening scene of this movie. Mm-hmm. It's dark, it's atmospheric, it's in the graveyard. When they bring him back to life, like, that was great. I was excited right from Jump Street. So, paranormal research team is back at the hotel. They spend a little bit too much time, maybe. But there are more puppets in this one than the first. There's a few good scenes, few good kills. Not real sure why they turned on too long. I don't know. I guess they just. It's Puppet Master 2, but they're going to write whatever they want.
I feel like I looked away and then shit changed or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Don't know about his wife. I feel like I missed a few things. Like maybe I drifted off a little bit.
Wasn't she in a fire? Wasn't there a fire? I don't know.
At this point, I don't know. Besides, kind of getting lost at the end, I liked it. I like these movies. I like the puppets. I gave it a 6.
It's not a bad score. We'll see how they go. I bet they get better and better, and then they fucking suck.
After
they drop off. 1991's Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge. Summary for this film: a puppeteer's ability to bring inanimate objects to life attracts the attention of the Nazis during World War II. Now, I'll tell you what, man, I didn't think there was Nazis in these movies. I
thought the same thing. It's like
lousy with Nazis.
I remember it was, what's the newest one? The Littlest Reich. I remember you saying, like, I don't remember having anything to do with Nazis.
Lousy with Nazis. Directed by David DeCoteau and written by Charles Band and C. Courtney Joyner. Do you have notes for this?
I don't have notes, but
no notes. You can find this
it's
a lot
Puppet
of places.
Master 3.
It's everywhere. Just type it in. You'll find it. It's probably free somewhere. At the beginning of this film, Nazis kill Toulon's wife and kidnap him to learn his secrets. This is when Toulon and his puppets begin to deal in some revenge. I love the guy that plays Toulon in this. His name is Guy Rolfe. He also plays Toulon in Puppet Master 4, 5, and Retro Puppet Master. This is the last movie he ever did, though. Oh, no, is that right? Nope, that doesn't make sense. I'm misreading my notes. Retro Puppet Master is the last movie he ever did. He's also in Dolls, but there's a lot of good kills in this. Tunneler has a nice kill by drilling through a Nazi. That was pretty gory. It's getting a lot more gory in this movie, I felt. There's a person reading porno at work. The Nazi doctor. He is a Nazi doctor.
You commented about that before.
Oh, it's a running thing. I keep track of it. Yeah. It's because it's happened like 5 times. There's just some dude reading. But he is a Nazi doctor. There's porno on the wall.
It's the year.
Yeah. This is the big reveal. One of your favorite puppets, Leech Woman.
I wouldn't say she was my favorite. Someone was just
I don't
saying
like
she was stupid. I was like, I thought she was kind of cool. She got sexy. She slinks in.
Drops a couple.
Put a leech in your mouth. I mean, it ain't a horrible way to die.
That might lick on your nip a little bit. Didn't that happen in one of them?
Yeah, I think.
But you find out that she is Toulon's wife. Yeah, so the big reveal. The puppets in this movie are Tunneler, Pinhead, Leech Woman, Jester, and Six Shooter. This is his first movie, and Blade. The bad guy. There's a bad guy, Dr. Hess. He's like this.
This ain't the first one Blade's in, right?
No, first one for Six Shooter.
Right. Oh.
One of my favorites. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They kind of highlighted him, and he made him to look like whatever that Nazi's name is.
Oh yeah.
He basically that.
But yeah, it's kind of his origin story too. That was weird. Dr. Hess is the guy who tried to make him look like.
Yeah.
Which, if you notice, the whole movie I'm watching this, I'm like,
no,
the bad guy,
not Dr. Hess, the head dude.
Yeah, his name is Dr. Hess.
No,
I swear, because I looked him up. His name's Richard Lynch. He's the guy that has all those weird scars on his face.
The white hair.
Yeah.
Nazi.
The guy that's
the head guy.
Blade out of. He wears a hat. I think that's his name, Dr. Hess. I looked him up because I wanted to know what's up with his face because he's got all these. His face looks fucked up.
Dr. Hess looks like a basset hound. He was the old basset hound dude.
Oh, maybe it's a different name. I don't know.
I don't know.
The dude that has the hat that they based Blade off of, he had like weird scarring on his face. I'm like, what the fuck happened to this dude? Evidently, he caught himself on fire while he was high on drugs. Little fun fact there. But I fucking love Six Shooter's laugh. Fucking all over this movie. The dude that plays the little boy, Peter, he was fucking 23 when they shot this movie. Yeah,
That's a 23-year-old.
He had some sort of disease that made him small, and he passed away just last September of heart failure.
Well, jeez, Al.
R.I.P. to Aaron Eisenberg. Oh, you find out that all the puppets are people that Toulon knew in life.
R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant. Let's have a little highlight reel of Kobe.
Just playing.
Yeah, this is for Kobe.
This is right where it goes. This is the memorial.
That sucks though.
But the bad dude, when he dies at the end of this movie, he gets strung up like a puppet. That was really cool. That was fucking
put
awesome.
the hooks in. Yep.
Great ending. It's still not better than The Littlest Reich, but it's definitely one of the best ones we've watched so far. I give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it could have used more Blade, but Six Shooter came in and kind of filled in that space.
I don't have a whole lot more to add. I mean, it's a Puppet Master movie. I think it's one of the better ones. I give it a 7. I also agree that Littlest Reich, I thought was. I would like to know what I gave that, but that was a good movie.
It's fucking really good for everybody.
Yeah.
Can't even. I mean, for a Puppet Master movie to make somebody who like really seriously is not a fan.
I think this is probably one that I've watched the most.
Yeah,
probably
I think I have too. Yeah, it'll be interesting going down the road.
And they already had it planned at the end of the movie. It says like, "Stay tuned for part 4."
Right.
Like he just this is just a factory here.
That's all it is.
Full moon.
Puppet Master 4 from 1993. Also titled Puppet Master 4: The Demon. This movie and part 5 were supposed to be one movie. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, I discovered that. Yeah.
Summary for this film: a young scientist and his friends, upon being attacked by demons, are protected by a gang of animated puppets. Directed by Jeff Burr, who did Stepfather 2 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 and Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings, Puppet Master 5, Night of the Scarecrow, Puppet Master Blitzkrieg Massacre.
A lot of stuff. We could get some good stuff.
Yeah, and then written by Todd Henschel, Stephen E. Carr, Joe Duffy, Douglas Arniaskowski, and Keith Payson. They all worked on on Puppet Master 5 also. So, yeah, like I said. Anyways.
Tagline: when bad puppets turn good. Wasn't that another one? Like, wasn't we talking about that?
I think that was what they said at the end of the last movie. Oh. Next time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At the end of the credits.
Yeah.
It said stay tuned. Anyway. Distributed by Full Moon and Paramount, and this has various releases on DVD.
Yeah, like I said,
none of them are good.
The parts 4 and 5 were supposed to be one theatrical movie called Puppet Master the Movie. And it was supposed to be directed by Charles Band. Evidently, that didn't happen. I don't like the demon in this movie. They bring into this whole other lore I don't like. The demon has weird nipples too. That's a thing. Did you see? Did you see those cross-eyed motherfuckers? Nipples. Look up I'll throw a picture up.
Nipples?
They're like real close together, but they're big, poochy, quarter-sized nipples. I don't like that, but I do like the new shitty sci-fi elements they've decided to add to the series for some reason. Lasers. This guy's a scientist, but really he's just playing laser tag with different robots. I like all the shitty 90s computer technology that's not right. There's nothing right about whatever they're doing here.
Those keyboards, those big ass keyboards that made that, they make you know that sound.
Yeah.
I can hear Miss Davis up there pounding away on this thing.
I thought the stop motion in this movie looked great. Like, they've really figured that out as far as this franchise goes. A lot of really good looking movement, and I don't think you can do it better. It's like probably the best you can do it without adding CGI to it.
I like the way it looks.
I'm generally on board with whatever happens in these movies, so as long as I get these puppets going, I'm pretty happy. I'll accept whatever horse shit they try to feed me. Except for this, they decided to bring a sidekick into this movie. They got away from it, and now they brought one back. And they're always fucking annoying. I don't know why they have to have that shit. They find a board game, and this guy's like, looks like a Ouija board. Fucking look like, it looks like it was made by Milton Bradley or something. It looks like it came out of a fucking Toys R Us.
Looks like Monopoly. Not a Ouija board.
Yeah, the puppets look awesome in this movie. I love them. There is too much laser tag. That happens a lot and over large periods of time. I don't know. They revive, to fight these demons, they revive this puppet they call Decapitron, who occasionally will swap heads with fucking, what's his name? Toulon. And you'll see, and that's funny, man. When they have his little head just on that little tiny body, that's funny shit. I don't know why Decapitron requires an electrical charge to be activated. Why isn't he just like a regular puppet like all the other ones? That didn't make sense to me. I was really, really pissed off that this movie did not at all talk about what happened last on the current Puppet Master timeline we were following. Was a crazy, weird puppet lady. Because 3 went back in time.
Well, one of them, I think, disregards another one, doesn't it?
Maybe.
So one of them, 1 through 3, one of them has nothing like it.
Well, 3 was like a prequel. It was like back in time. And if you remember right, the last thing we saw at the end of part 2 was that lady who had a puppet. She was a puppet lady.
Yeah.
And she had the puppets with her. Why the fuck didn't they start from there? That's where they should have came from.
She should have been that thing down in the beginning, whatever the...
Oh, yeah.
The big wooden...
Yeah.
Thing. They should have had her down there. Running shit.
Just weird choices. That the new lore is stupid as hell with all this demon shit. Fuck that. It was fine how it was with Toulon creating some sort of serum magic. I was fine with that. Now we're bringing demons into it. It's kind of dumb, but I gave this a 5
Still the serum.
I give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, there's just parts I didn't like. 5, it's a 5.
Yes. So 4 and 5. Apparently, this sets up 5. I can't remember any of them now.
No.
Like past 3, I can't remember.
Rewatching these is really an experience.
So I guess we'll see. I'm guessing you're picking 5.
Well, when we get back to it next episode, we'll be doing those 2 films that were submitted.
Oh, we are?
I thought so. Unless you don't want to.
We talked about it, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, there's not a lot of kills in this. I'm not real sure if there's really any, or ever really a whole bunch in the first 3. But
yeah,
the best kill is Tunneler drilling through one of those puppets.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
whatever they are.
Which is the puppet on puppet action. This is our first time seeing this.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Those things got a little annoying. And like a couple of the fight scenes are like him and Blade.
Yeah.
That one and Blade, like they just sit there and do this for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the Blade has a knife and a hook. You can't get something in this anyway.
Yeah, I thought that those little demon things
and they make the same. They make the same noise like over and over and over like this. Like
those little demon things seemed so easy to like. I don't know why they were able to kill anybody because it seems like I'll grab the thing and just fucking bash it on a desk.
Really just scratched you to death.
Yeah,
like
I mean, sure you'd get scratched up, but if a cat's scratching me, I'm gonna fucking, it'd be easy to kill a cat, and that's basically what they were, is cats.
Yeah, and the puppets are like the puppets are the good guys. So, I mean, not that I'm ever rooting against them, but like you know what I mean. Like you're wanting them to kick these little minions or whatever. What do they call them?
I don't know. I didn't quite understand.
Anyway, so yeah, and then they introduce Decapitron,
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's going to be in the rest of them.
You know what? I don't think so.
No, they're just this one, huh?
Well, this one and the next one maybe.
Okay.
But I don't think
these timelines. I don't.
It's full moon. You gotta just go with it. I think.
My biggest issue of this movie is like the 20 to 30 minutes of laser tag.
Yeah.
Like that went on forever, and it would come back. It would go away, and it would come back, and he'd do it for like 5 more minutes.
The thing that bothered me the most about it is that they kept referring to this kid like he was a serious scientist, and they were like, he was at one point. He's like, "Oh my god!" Like whatever this human soul or whatever. He's like, "This is what I've been working on." No, you fucking haven't. You have been playing laser tag.
Yeah, you don't have no serum.
And why are the puppets so good at laser tag? That's not how they kill people. You know.
I don't know. And
Pinhead's one of them.
What's the torch dude?
Blaze? I don't know.
Anyway, he's on the cover, but not in the movie. Mm-hmm. Full Moon is becoming to me what I think trauma is to you.
Oh yeah.
Like it's the.
I feel the same way
like
about
it's
both of them.
As low as you want to really go, and there's still something about them that I like. Full Moon pictures.
They're not. They don't take it quite past the edge. Like Troma will do stupid ass shit.
Well,
but Full Moon keeps it within the realm of. I mean, I guess they do too, because goddamn, they got those fucking Ginger Dead Man movies and shit. So it goes wild. But
that's like as low as I want to go. Like that's my comfort zone to where
you feel safe in that territory.
Yeah, like that's as low as I want to go. But yeah, I'm with you. I gave this one a 5 as well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get through this series eventually, but it's just.
Littlest Reich, though. Come on.
You can't. I have not seen one that's better than that.
I don't think it gets enough credit. I need to go back and watch it.
I'm gonna buy that one for sure. I will own that. Well, did you watch Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich yet?
No.
You're gonna have to, Jared, because it's your kind of movie. Is it knowing what you like? From 2018, all hell breaks loose when a strange force animates the puppets up for auction at a convention, setting them on a bloody killing spree that's motivated by an evil as old as time. Written by S. Craig Zoller, who wrote Bone Tomahawk.
The Littlest what?
The Littlest Reich. Directed by Sonny Laguna and Tommy Wickland. Cast highlights for this movie: Thomas Lennon from Reno 911 as Edgar.
Good, it's a good cast.
Yeah,
I thought everything. It was cast great.
Barbara Crampton as Officer Carol Dureski, who evidently she was in the earlier. I'm gonna have to rewatch this. It's been a while. I got it. I own them all, but I haven't really watched them since I bought it. Udo Kier as Andre Toulon, which you would recognize him if you saw him. I mean, he's a bad guy and everything. Music by Fabio Frizzi and Richard Band. So that's a combination right there.
Yep.
There's a great decapitation immediately in this movie, which is always a way to start a movie off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch the later Puppet Master movies soon because I was reading the IMDb page. They noted that this movie takes place in a alternate universe. I'm gonna have to rewatch the other Puppet Master movies soon because
me too.
They noted that this movie takes place in an alternate universe where Toulon was allies with the Nazis instead of opposing them. And I don't remember shit in this franchise about fucking Nazis. You know what I'm saying, Jared?
He's got a whole pocket full of clamps.
Get out of here.
I got you, sucker.
I don't know how old they're trying to say Thomas Lennon is in this movie. He's 49, but at certain points in this movie, he has to move back to his parents' house, and his dad. Well, his room's set up like he was 10 years old when he left, basically. Which is weird to me because he probably would have moved out when he was, 18 or whatever?
I don't know. I haven't watched the movie.
I'm just saying, if you're imagining, tell you what, man. Tell you what. I'm done.
You're losing the audience,
Come
Frank.
on, reel him back in.
I can't. There's too many distractions. I'm trying to
distracted.
fucking little kids.
You just keep talking.
Well, I mean, that's what we do here.
Is it?
I think. Like I was saying,
Focus. You got it. Frank.
this fucking dude goes back to his room from when he moved out, and it's set up like a 10-year-old's room.
Yeah. She just kept everything the same.
But why would his room when he moved out be like a 10-year-old's? Was he an 18-year-old that played with fucking little robot toys?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
No. His mom had to revert back or something. When I moved out, my parents fucking turned my room into a goddamn storage room. Nothing.
Yeah, he was 10.
I remember when this came out, people were complaining about how Blade looked, but I really liked the way he looked in this movie. I've read reviews where people say this is an unnecessary addition to the franchise, but I think it's probably one of the best.
I have to go back and watch it because I watched them all.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many times I probably recorded these off TV because they always play them around Halloween time, consecutively. But I can only maybe remember one. How many is there? Because I only remember
There are quite a
maybe
few.
three.
There's
like eight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I only remember.
There's more than
maybe
that.
the
Now there's
first
got to
three.
be because I've got 8 in my collection, and I know they've put out like 2 or 3 in between there.
From what I can remember, and I guess I was also never really a huge Puppet Master fan anyway. But yeah, this is the best one I've seen.
Yeah, there's nothing.
The cast is great. The production, like
Yeah.
I can't believe this is even.
Well, it's got Fangoria attached, so I wonder if that's
Okay, but what? I can't even believe this.
It seems like one of the first 3. I'm not a huge Puppet Master fan either. I watched a bunch of them though because they're always on, and I mean they're fun,
Yeah.
but they all bleed together. I couldn't even tell you which one
But do you remember Nazi
is
shit
which.
from it?
No, but it seems like 1, 2, or 3. One of those I actually liked. But
I think the first 3.
not enough to
I like most
distinguish.
of them. I like most of them, but I consider it like one big thing.
Yeah, I don't shut them off, but that's when I watch them. It's like you're sitting around and it's Halloween time. It's like, oh, Puppet Master's on, and watch one.
Every Halloween.
There's this character named Markowitz. And
I'm not an authority on the subject.
It's played by Nelson Franklin. He's like the funny guy. He reminds me of Jonah Ray. He's like the main. There's so much like Nazi shit in this movie. This guy's Jewish, so they gotta get as many as they can in there, I guess. The effects are solid. At one point, a flying puppet decapitates a guy mid-piss. He's pissing. This flying puppet cuts his head off. It tumbles down into the toilet, and before the guy's body falls over, he pisses on his own face. I mean that, and it looks good. It's like you're like, what the hell? That's like it blows every other Puppet Master. That scene alone blows every other Puppet Master out of the water. Am I supposed to know who Cuddly Bear is? Because
Cuddly Bear and Lady Bear.
the bartender knows his nickname as much as a guy who's. I mean, he constantly says his name, right? I didn't know if he was in other movies or something because they really. I don't know. It's funny though. The really shitty detective. He just jumps to conclusions constantly. He's really bad at figuring anything out or knowing what to do. He's about as effective as a professional wrestling referee. He's just missing all the shit that's going on. He sucks. When I saw the pregnant lady, I knew we were in for some bonkers ass shit. It didn't really disappoint though. There's some crazy shit involved in this pregnant lady. It's kind of a ruthless movie. They have no problem at all killing kids. Once again, they got characters in here that are weed smokers that are idiots. I don't know why they can't ever have just the dude that smokes weed and he's not stupid as shit. I'll be the guy. I'll come in. Why would you use a gun on these things? Everybody's shooting these fucking puppets with a gun. If a puppet's coming to you, Jared, and you have a choice between something to smash them with or a gun, what are you going to go with?
Magic.
That's a good choice. That's a really good choice. I would get a bat or a pipe or something. But there's a fucking there's a Hitler puppet in this that they pull out of this guy's back. It like
Hitler baby.
it like it was using him as a puppet, and they pull it out and it's this little Hitler baby puppet. And they say it's the junior.
It's better than it sounds. This really is a good movie.
They get.
I'm sold on it.
No,
One guy goes,
really
It's the Junior Führer. So they know this thing as a name. There's this one part where the main Jewish guy, Markowitz, he has this like little love affair thing with this Asian girl, and she dies, and it made me attack laugh so fucking hard the way it happens, because they're all jumping out. Markowitz dies first, and then she has a little moment with him, and then they're all jumping out of this window into this dumpster.
Got long arm hair.
Thanks, Jared. Look at this dude. He's trying to get me off track. You know.
I've been noticing that. You
Way
wait.
long everywhere here.
Oh, yeah.
You should see this down here.
You're waving it around a lot, not having to know.
Well, all right. Well, this bitch jumps out of a fucking building, and she has short arm hair, I believe, in case you were wondering.
I wasn't.
And she smashes on this dumpster and kills herself.
She is. Instead of jumping on the garbage, she's just smacking it.
It just dies.
That's funny.
There's some. It made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, I laughed.
There's several really funny moments. There's the first grindcore joke I've ever heard in a movie where this guy, it's in the comic book shop that Thomas Lennon owns, and Markowitz ends up wanting to go with them to this convention, and he says no black metal in the car, and he goes and he's like no grindcore, and then Markowitz like plays grindcore on the stereo, and the girl that Thomas Lennon's talking to is just staring at him, and you know how grindcore sounds.
Sure.
And Thomas Lennon goes, "This is grindcore. You've heard about it all your life. This is it." Fucking best joke ever. Yeah.
It's probably good in the movie.
It works.
Cuddly Bear says some shit that catches me off guard. He says, "Go get yourself effervescent." Great. Made me smile. It's a good line.
It's probably good in the movie.
And it made me laugh really hard. There's a part where Thomas Lennon and his love interest are going to Toulon's mausoleum or mansion or something at the end of the movie. Thomas Lennon turns the radio on. There's some terrible song playing. He immediately turns it off and goes, "I'm sorry." It's just really dry. I love this movie. Gave it a 10 out of 10. They make it look like there's going to be a sequel, so hopefully that happens.
I do hope there's a sequel. Again, production value is good. It's funny. It's gory. The cast is good. But I think it's probably the best Puppet Master I've seen. I'm guessing it is. Maybe the other ones might be just more nostalgic. It makes me feel like I like them better. But this is good. It's I give it an 8. Definitely worth watching.
I think you can give it a 10.
I think I recommend you watch this movie.
I'll give it a watch,
It's up your alley.
and I'll tell you. I'll send you a message after I do
That's it. There you go.
what I think.
Definitely worth your time. Anyways, hopefully this was worth your time.
The last round of
Horror Show.